should have never let these niggas come to Africa.
Damn, we fucked up. Said God gave us the Black Plague and we fucked it up.
Right. Damn. Had to go help them, huh?
That shit is crazy, yo.
We too nice for our own good.
Man.
We too nice for our own good. And like, I don't know. I don't like that shit is so crazy. Like I said, I try and be peaceful and I respect everybody. Like I'm not racist. I just like to crack racist jokes. So like,
yeah.
But I just couldn't. I just really could like. I couldn't forgive them. Like
yeah,
I would have been in court going crazy. Like going crazy. Like she would have got. It would have been terrible. Mm-hmm. It would have been terrible.
Yeah, the whole eye for an eye joint, man. I'm
all for it.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, like my whole thing, I treat people how I want to be treated, man. I treat people with kindness and respect and love. But if I'm not getting that back from you, I'm not about to keep giving you that. That don't make no sense.
And I think like
that don't make no goddamn sense.
And I seen this quote, and I put this in perspective. Like people misuse the term peaceful. Like the quote was. People say they're peaceful without having the ability to cause great violence. He's like, if you can't cause great violence, you're not peaceful. You're harmless.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah.
Right. So like,
that's hard.
All you people
that is hard.
All you people that are just peaceful because you won't do shit if shit pops off. Like, no, you're harmless. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to be able to do something. Like, you got to be able to cause violence in order to be peaceful.
Yeah.
So like,
that don't mean you go necessarily seeking it out.
Right.
But it needs to be a line drawn. Yo, you cross this line. Yeah, this is what's going to happen.
And I think for the most part, like, black people have become harmless. Like, we just let shit slide. Like, we sit and complain about it, but like, we don't do anything about it. Like,
yeah, like the boycotting and the picket signing and shit like that. Man, that's run its course.
Like, I don't know. I try and like, what do you guys? What do you guys think was more effective, like Martin Luther King being peaceful and boycotting, or the Black Panthers with guns marching in their neighborhoods, taking their streets back?
Yeah, protecting their shit.
Because they got Martin Luther King out of here, but that's only because he started talking about money. They got the Black Panthers out of here because they was like, nah, these niggas are gonna be a problem. Like,
they
let's put some crack in these neighborhoods. Like, let's get them hooked on drugs and get them.
When the cops was bussing, they was bussing back, and that's when it was an issue. When Martin Luther King was marching down the streets and they sicking dogs on people and beating us in the heads with clubs and shit, that was cool. That was all right. Yeah, okay, it's a peaceful march, and you know, no violence. Turn the other cheek. Nah, that's Malcolm X is always my man.
Yeah,
Malcolm X. Yo, listen, I'm with peace, but you fuck with me, I'm busting back.
Right.
Simple as that, man. Eye for an eye.
And that's how it should be. Like, it's nothing wrong with defending yourself. Like,
at all. Yeah. Like, how you gonna let somebody tell you not to defend yourself?
Right.
Like, I don't know if you ever listened to the Malcolm X speech, Ballad of the Bullet.
Yeah.
That shit hit home so crazy for me, man. He's like, yo, man, I want to go around and I want to start singing. He's like, nah, we ain't doing no singing. We gonna do some swinging.
Right.
I'm like, that shit hit so, man, listen.
Yo.
Man. And don't get me wrong, Martin Luther King played his role in the whole civil rights movement. And he's the face of it, obviously, him, Rosa Parks and shit like that. But they don't tell the part when Martin Luther King switched that tone.
Right.
Yeah, when he switched that tone, like you said, that's when they got him the fuck out of here.
About money, they was like, hold on, like this was not part of the deal. Like,
black empowerment and shit like that. That shit started to switch. All right, hold on, you went too far.
It was like, get the fuck out.
You went too far.
We let y'all we let y'all come to school. Like, what you talk about? Spend our money. Like, give us your money. Nah, and then like, I don't. How many times could you just go to a march? You get bust in your head. They sick dogs on you. They spray you with hoses. Like, how many times is you just gonna keep coming back and be like, maybe this time they'll stop? Like, nah, they're not stopping. They don't like you for no reason. They don't like you. Like,
right. I never understood the whole shit with integration as well. Like, the whole you want to be part. This is one of my things. Me and my man Darian, I had him on the podcast a month ago, and we was talking, and we kind of have the same sentiment on this one, where the civil rights movement, I think, didn't go as well as it should have went.
Nah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a low key, I mean, I hate to say it was low key a failure.
Yeah.
Like, the whole black businesses was fucking thriving. black communities were thriving. Now, those racist ass white people will see that shit and they fucking blew up Black Wall Street. They bombed Black Wall Street because that shit was thriving.
And
but as black communities was thriving and people was working together and shit like that, why do you want to be integrated into some shit where they don't want to be with you?
And they finessed us. Think about this. Even to add on to black businesses were thriving. Before, black people was in the suburbs. We had all the land.
Yeah.
Then they tricked us and told us we needed to live in the city, and then they went out to the suburbs and took all the land.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so even beyond all that, they really finessed us all the way around. Like, they convinced us that being in the city with them was the way to be. Like, that no, we're fine. We're fine out here by ourselves.
Yeah,
like,
it was good.
Our dollars work. Like, what are you talking about?
It was good, man. That shit is crazy. Now it kind of just put black people, like, you go to like any city you go to, it's always a section, the ghetto, where just a bunch of black people in there, and it's like usually filled with drugs and violence and shit like that. I'm like, yo, this is crazy how they made that shit work.
Yeah,
they finessed the fuck out of that shit.
They got that shit.
Holy shit!
Everywhere you go,
it's the same situation. I literally just went to Baltimore a month ago. We in the hood in Baltimore. I'm like, yo, this shit is like,
this shit really looked like The Wire. Like,
yo, it was legit The Wire, yo. Yeah. This shit was crazy. Like, my girl cousin was telling, she's like, yeah, they got this section, like the blue light district. Like, you see some blue lights, get the fuck out of there. That's like a danger zone. I'm like, yeah, they put up fucking lights to tell you,
don't come here.
That is crazy.
Think about that.
That is crazy, yo.
In America.
Oh my God, they finessed the fuck out of that shit, yo.
Yeah, that shit is whack. Integration. We should have waited until we was all the way established,
right?
And then be like, all right, we'll come over now because now we know that you got to respect our money. Like, you gotta respect our business.
We partners in this shit, man. You gonna look at me as a business partner?
And just imagine if they would have just held out, like, if they didn't let Black Wall Street shut them down and Martin Luther King, like, if they would have just kept going, like, there would be no, like, there would be, but they wouldn't be the popping ones. There would be no white record executives at hip hop companies. Like, there wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be no NBA.
It wouldn't, right?
Yo, think about.
We would have our Negro League.
Think about that shit. Think
right.
about that shit. Like, people, and like Jackie Robinson, shout out Jackie Robinson.
Right.
They went over there into the Negro Leagues, which was a better game. It was better baseball going on in the Negro Leagues than it was in the MLB at that time. They went over there. They started to bring them brothers over because they knew that shit was popping.
Right.
They brought Jackie Robinson over that has him as the figurehead. And, you know, he got it popping in the major leagues.
Right.
And then now they started integrating this shit, and now baseball took off. Think about the NBA. It was nothing but white players. Now you got these motherfuckers, you got 7-foot ass Wilt Chamberlain fucking dominating these little fucking 5'11" white dudes, man. Hold on. What the fuck is going on?
Right.
To get Bill Russell. Oh, we got another one. Elgin Baylor got another one. Oh, no, you got to get this money. That shit is crazy. Yeah. Like, you had the fucking, I'm not sure the history on it, but it was the ABA. I'm pretty sure they had all black basketball leagues.
All black people. Yeah.
That's what I kind of figured. Yeah, now they got to integrate it. The NFL did the same thing.
Yep.
Them motherfuckers is geniuses. Yeah. It's geniuses. Now just think about that shit. Now you got the whole shit like in the NFL going on with Colin Kaepernick can't get a job and shit like that. This shit wouldn't be an issue.
And now it's too late, right? If people would have had the foresight to like, we'll just have our own league. Like, we got our own radio stations. We make the best music. Y'all radio stations ain't gonna be shit. Like, they could have just ran shit. But
a lot of people don't know the fucking rock and roll was invented by black people, by black folks.
Right.
A lot of the music,
blues, R&B, like
all that.
It's all black music. All pretty much all American popular music was made by black people. Like, there's no, except for like maybe like electronic music, like, and that's because that music is kind of soulless. So
like the EDM and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That shit is crazy, man. That shit is crazy how they flip the story.
Yep.
But if you don't do the research, you're just gonna believe what people tell you. Then it's kind of easy to kind of manipulate the mind. So I get it.
People just take. I don't know. Like, I'm one of those people that I question everything.
Me too. Yeah.
That's cool. Like, it's cool if you're a scientist and you tell me something, but if something I can try and figure out on my own, I'm gonna try and figure it out. Like,
yeah, I like to use people information that they're telling me and kind of use it as a baseline.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, so you telling me this? All right, cool. All right, let me go do my own research on it.
Let me go see the conclusion.
Let me go do my own research on this shit. Now, I mean, you know, I'm not. There's some shit I can't debate on. Like, if somebody's an expert in their field,
if like Neil deGrasse Tyson came and told me something, I'd be like, all right, like, I guess that's true. Like,
exactly. Yeah,
but my counter to that to everyone is like how people have their own opinions about shit in outer space. I mean, I never been to space. You ain't never been to space. So what is we arguing about for? Because we both really don't know.
At
Whatever
all.
conclusion we came to is based on information that was given to us by someone else. But we will never go to space and see if the Earth is round or flat. Which the Earth is round. That shit is not a thing. But like, yeah, that. Like when I was on the flat Earth wave, like I never was like, oh, the Earth is flat. I was like, yeah, it's a possibility because I never seen it. Like,
Yeah.
I've never been to space and seen the Earth to know what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta take people's word for it. Like, so
Right.
certain shit you do gotta kind of defer, but at the same time you can make that counter argument. Like, how do you know? Like, don't.
Yeah, exactly. That's my main thing. I can never draw conclusions on something I don't know.
Right.
Like that's my main thing. Like like I said, I keep an open mind about all that shit.
Right.
So I'll listen to like the flat earth theorists. I'll listen to it. And a lot of times they be making some valid points. Like, well, if the earth is flat, then why did this happen? I'm like, hey, oh shit, that sounds pretty
that
legit.
Sounds legitimate.
But then I hear somebody that's, the earth is round and they make a more valid point. So I'm probably going to lean towards that point more. You know what I'm saying? So that whole flat earth theory is kind of funny though.
Them niggas are weird.
That shit, that shit is kind of
and
funny.
all the little subsequent like theories that come with it. So like niggas believe the earth is flat. And then I seen when it was like there's no real trees on the earth. And that like all the like giant plateaus and shit are not like rock. They're just old petrified trees from back in the day and people used to live in trees. And I'm just like, if you niggas don't get the fuck out of here. I was like, I have been in multiple forests. Like, I have seen trees. Like, I don't know what you're talking about right now. Like,
So,
what?
I mean, that's crazy.
What? These aren't trees?
That's crazy.
The mountains are the roots from the trees that got cut down somehow. Like a plateau is like damn near flat. Who cut this tree down? Like,
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. There is some shit that's just outrageous. It's just some shit. It's just out fucking outrageous.
Maybe like, I don't know. That shit is weird. But that's the same thing like people that throw themselves into religion. Like,
yeah, religion is one of those things, especially black folks in Christianity. That's one of, believe what you want to believe. Like, you know what I mean? Religion to me is just a way to cope with life. Like, you use that to cope with your daily struggles in life. And if that brings you joy, if you like going to church, and you like praising God, and if that brings you comfort, that brings you joy, do what you got to do. I find other ways to cope with my life, how I handle shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but the whole shit of like, if you don't believe this religion, you're going to hell or you're going to be demonized or, blase, that shit is bullshit. I hate that shit. Don't fucking, your religion is right to you. Doesn't make it correct.
Right.
It's what you believe in.
It works for you.
Right.
Like,
I respect that. I can respect that.
If it makes you a better person, I respect it.
Exactly. But don't start shitting on what I believe in.
Right.
Like I grew up in a Christian house. Like I grew up as a Christian.
Yeah,
like
me too.
I went on Sundays. I went to church. My church is literally right down the street and around the corner.
Yep.
Went to church every Sunday. I listened to the word. I read my Bible. You know what I mean? But then as I got older and I actually was able to think for myself, I was like, a lot of this shit is fucked up in this Bible. Like the whole shit, like slaves should obey their owners and shit like that. I'm like, that sounds like some type of like mind controlling shit.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
That shit is like, I don't know. Like I said, if it makes you a good person, like a better person, then good for you. But like, if you just sit back and read, the Jews wandered in the desert for 40 years trying to get from Egypt to Jerusalem. I have Google Maps now. It's a 7-day walk. Like, what you talk about? You can Google that walk right now on your phone. It took them 40 years to walk 7 days. What? And we had that shit mapped out already. We had maps for that area, so it's not like niggas can't just be like, oh, well, you got GPS now. Nah, they had maps. They was coming from Egypt, the most advanced place in the world at the time. You didn't think one of them niggas had a map? Like,
one of my main things, and like I said, I'm going to say it again, believe what you want to believe. And like you said, if it makes you a better person, great. But one of my things is I hate when people try to use like, well, the Bible says. That shit irks my fucking nerves.
When I be asking people for historical evidence about shit that happened in the Bible,
please don't.
And they say the Bible, I'm like, that is not a historical text. You cannot use that for this argument.
The Bible has been changed so many fucking times.
There's only one story